Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram. Om Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Paramananda Madhavam. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Amba Tvam Anusandadhami Bhagavad Gita Bhavadveshini. We have seen till verse number 37, where on Arjuna's asking this question as to what is it that within me is pushing me into actions which I myself don't want to do. What is it prompted by which I am myself pushed into sin? So Bhagavan has replied to it saying, this is desire, kama, this is krodha, which is born out of rajoguna, and it is insatiable desire that can never be satisfied. It continues to demand a lot of things, and therefore to fulfill those demands I keep on doing actions, and when I cross the boundaries of righteousness, I also don't. When there is ichha, when there is kamana, that is when I sometimes lose sight of the means, and then we justify it. We say that never mind, I have attained the goal, that is what is important, anything we can do, it's okay. But nobody has permitted us to do anything, but he is saying that that is what is prompting us. Mahashanaha mahapapma, it is pushing us into sin, and Bhagavan is saying Vidhi enam iha vairinam, this is your enemy. Please understand that this is your enemy. It is not something that will motivate you, something that will encourage you, something will give you meaning for life. No, this is always leading to some kind of destruction only. Why are you calling it enemy? Because if it is an enemy, then it attacks, it somehow destroys, tries to destroy us. So how does this kamana function? As we saw, kama, krodha are one and the same. But how does this kamana function? What is its way of operation because of which it comes and attacks me? In what way? So here that is being indicated in the next verse, verse number 38. Bhagavan says, Dhumena vriyate vannihi, Dhumena vriyate vannihi, Yatha darsho malena cha, Yathol vrito garbha, Vrito garbha, Tatha tene damavritam, Tatha tene damavritam. Here the way of operation of this kamana is talked about. How does a desire prompt us to do something wrong? So here he is saying that just as Bhagavan is giving three examples. One, vannihi dhumena avriyate. Sometimes there is fire, but it is covered with smoke. Dhuma, dhua. So with smoke, the fire is covered. So then, although there is fire, but I don't see it because it is covered with smoke. Another example, yatha adarshaha malena. Adarshaha mirror, aina. And mala means dhul, dust. So the mirror is covered with dust. And the third example is yatha ulbena avritaha garbha. So the womb, the fetus, the small baby is covered by the womb. So three examples. One is fire covered with smoke, mirror covered with dust, and the fetus covered with the womb. He is saying, just like this, avritam tatha tena idam avritam. Now, here two pronouns are used, sarvanam. Right? That same way, by that, this is also covered. So, like sometimes we also say, no, oh, वो जरा लेके आना, इसको जरा उसके ऊपर रख देना, तो किसको किसके ऊपर, हाँ? So, like that, here Bhagavan also seems to be, tatha tena idam avritam. By that, this is covered. By what? Which is covered? So we have to understand from the previous verse, what is he saying? That this kamana is the culprit. So by kamana, so tena means kamena, by desire, idam avritam, this is covered. This means what? My knowledge, my vivek shakti, my thinking capacity, that is covered, that is veiled by the kamana, desire. We all know when desire is very intense, that time what happens? My vivek buddhi is not working. It is not working. Then whatever my desire says, I do it. I want to do it. Therefore, I will do it. So I want to do it. But is it right to do? Is it the right time? Is it the right occasion? This is how it should be done? Nothing, no consideration, no thinking. I want it, so I will get it. When that tivrata is there, when it is a craving, when it is simple little bit of desire, then it looks very innocent. But when it becomes deeper and stronger, it becomes craving, then I do anything. I want it in any cost, I want it. So then there is no control. And if somebody stops us by mistake, for our own good, people will say, no, it is not good for you. Don't do it. How dare you stop me? I will eliminate that person. I will push that person aside. I want that. I will hate somebody who is stopping me, even if it is good for me. I will hate that person. That is how sin happens. So he's saying our vivek buddhi, our jnanam, our knowledge, all the wisdom that we have, everything is destroyed by that kamana. Now this we have to understand that how. Now Bhagavan has given three examples for a reason. Sometimes when there is a little bit of desire, then it is like the smoke covering the fire. So what is required? Little bit of, you blow some air, it is gone. Fire is seen. So if it is a very weak desire, then what happens? Just little bit of wind, a breeze comes, gone. So everything is clear. Jnanam is clear. Oh, what was I thinking? Good, I am saved now. Sometimes it is like dust on the mirror. Nothing will happen. So I have to take a cloth and wipe it. And when I wipe it, it is clear. Like, in the bathroom, we may find that especially when we are having hot water bath, then that there is a condensation on the mirror. So we can't, nothing will happen. We have to take a cloth and wipe it. Or sometimes just leave it for some time. After some time, it will go. But it will take long. But take a cloth, wipe it, immediately it is clean. So first, little bit desire, little bit effort, gone. Then the knowledge is clear, like the fire. Another more strong desire, little more effort, wipe it, gone. Then again the reflection is clear. The mirror shows our reflection, it is clear. Now this garbha, that we can't, that fetus is not going to come out. Even if I wipe it, nothing is going to happen. What do I need? I have to wait. Keep on waiting. And after that period is over, its due period, 9 months, after that it will come out. And when it comes out, then that covering has gone. Now it has emerged out. So, based on our desires, how deep rooted my desires are, kamana is, that is how the covering also is. Sometimes just a few moments, and actually most of the time it is those few moments only. At that moment of kamana, yes, I want this. That moment, I don't know what happens to me. But if I am alert and just blow it off, at that moment I am alert and I conquer that moment, the fire is back. Sometimes it is more stronger, then I have to really put in effort. I have to think, I have to say, no, this is not right. I have thought about this before. The scriptures say this. My elders have taught me this. My guru has said this. So I should not go in this direction. So stop it. So more effort. And if it is a very deep rooted imprint, a vasana, then I have to wait for it to get over. I have to keep on praying, taking care, doing everything, whatever my duty, etc. But it will go in its time. So if we have to categorize this, sometimes the desire is a very tamasic type of desire. Then what is to be done? It will die sometime. Like the fetus coming out. It will take its time. Difficult. Rajasic desire, some effort if we put, some thinking if we put, it will go. Sattvic desire, easily it will be blown off. Sattvic desire also is desire. But it is like the smoke covering the fire. It is not that difficult to clear it out. And so that is why it is always said that first step, we cannot eliminate desire, but we can substitute our desire. That's what Puja Gurudev says, that whatever we have, if it is very tamasic type of desire, substitute it with something rajasic. If it is rajasic, substitute it with sattvic. And that sattvic desire, it is just a breeze that is required to get freed of its effect. So here 3 examples have been given just to explain to us, just to help us understand that what is the mechanism of this kamana, that it covers our own jnanam, our own vivek buddhi. It does not let it function. And because it is not functioning, therefore, I make all mistakes. So when there is no viveka, there is papa. So that is why Bhagavan has here said that this jnanam, if it is covered, it is dangerous. And he continues in the next verse to say, Avritam jnanametena jnanino nitya vairina कामरूपेण कौन्तेय दुष्पूरेणानलेन च आवृतम ज्ञानम एतेन. Jnanam, the vision of knowledge, is avritam, covered, veiled. By etena, by this. By this what? Kama rupena. By this kamana. In all these ways, the three examples that have been given, in all these ways, the kamana is covering up jnanam. Avritam jnanam etena. Whose jnanam? Jnaninaha. Even a learned person, a learned, well-read person also, if there is desire, then it can cover the vision of knowledge. So that is why any desire, we may do things that are not things that we would otherwise do. And it is not always like doing some, committing some crime or anything. We are not talking about crime. What we are talking about is we behave in a very non-human manner. A human being's dignity is there, maturity is there, understanding is there. All that is gone, and we behave very childishly. Why? Because there is a desire. So it may not be a crime type of thing, but it will be something that is not like me otherwise. So when I am stable, when I am thinking, when I have my understanding intact, when I know what is to be done, when I am aware, alert, no desire interfering, that time the way objectively, maturely I interact with the world, that way I am not able to do when there is a desire. So, avritam jnanam etena jnaninaha nityavairena. Even a learned person can come into this trap if there is this desire which is very strong. And especially if it is a selfish desire which will benefit only me, then all the more it becomes a very, very thick layer that covers the wisdom in me. So I cannot think straight. When there is a desire in my mind, we all have experienced that when there is a desire, I cannot think objectively. When there is an attachment, I cannot think objectively. If I have to make a decision, I cannot decide objectively. Why? Because I already have taken sides. I already have decided about the outcome. I already want something specific. So when I want, how can I look at it objectively? So even if we seek guidance also, we seek guidance with that desire in mind. So that is why sometimes, people ask that, I know sweets are not good for my health because I have been detected with diabetes, etc. So I know it is not good, but should we not be like, open to eating sweets also? We should not force our mind. Don't you think that is a good approach? Don't you think? And then that question itself is aimed at, say yes. You tell, agree with me. Why? Because I already have desire. I want to fulfill that desire. So even if I am seeking guidance from someone, I want that person only to agree with me and not give me an objective guidance. Because I am not able to see objectively. If that desire is put aside, I myself will understand that this is not good and I can decide. I know for myself. But at this time, I am not able to decide. Why? Because I have already taken that side of doing this. I have chosen something because of my desire. So I know, I understand, but then still, sometimes once in a while it should be allowed, Otherwise, I think I am justifying, rationalizing, I am making it, appear to be very good. But actually it is not so. Just because of my desire, I lose my objectivity, my maturity also. My desire, my attachment. Many times, my child. So if my child, how can my child make a mistake? The teacher is only wrong. My child is not wrong. So if the teacher has given an answer wrong, the teacher is wrong. Because how can my child, means already that attachment and that desire is already there. So then how can I objectively look at it and see that, okay, what is good for the child or what is the right thing here? I am not able to see that. Here Arjuna also, he already has certain, initially itself, he had certain notions. The first thing was, I don't want to fight. Because it was a very overwhelming situation, unexpected. Magnitude of the war was not expected to be so big. So it was really overwhelming for Arjuna. So he already had this desire of not fighting. Once that desire was there, then what he started speaking, he said, why this war should not be fought. And he has made statements. If we read the first chapter, we will understand. He has made statements like, I know these people are terrorists, but still I think we should not kill them. After all, they are family. Now, where is your buddhi? They have tried to kill all of you so many times, not once. So many times. They have tried to kill your elder brother once, and all of you together they wanted to burn you down. So many times they have attempted this. And you are saying they have taken away your, rightful wealth, your land, your kingdom. They have insulted your wife. So much they have done, and still, why? Because desire. Look at this. My logic, where is it gone? Gone. Why? Desire. Avritam. This is the covering. In Arjuna's example, we can understand it very easily. But our own example, this much will be there only, no? How can I? Because it is desire which is talking. And so I am not able to see whether it is fire or the reflection in the mirror or the child. And the beauty of these examples that Bhagavan has given is that what I want to see, the vision of knowledge, is already there. The fire is there. And it does not need any other light to illuminate. Fire is there. The mirror is there. The reflection is directly seen. It is not created. And the child is already there in the womb. So nothing new has to come. It is already there. But when that covering is taken off, then it is evident. It comes out. We can see it. We can behold it. Same way, the vision of wisdom and knowledge is already there. Bhagavan is saying it is a kamana that covers it up. And when it goes away, it is again clear. And that is why this same Arjuna, when he started looking at the situation objectively, he said, now I have to fight. I am ready to do whatever you say. End of the Gita, what does he say? Bhagavan is only giving him the right vision. Bhagavan is not creating something new. That right vision and understanding basically Arjuna has. We all have the basic human understanding. It is just that it gets clouded when there is all this desire or raga dvesha or all these things that do not allow me to think straight. So that's what Bhagavan is saying. Avritam jnanam etena jnanino nitya vairina. And who is this kamana, kama rupena? Nitya vairi. He is a constant enemy. Not a part-time enemy. He doesn't take a break. This is something very peculiar about this world. The one who is a friend or who is doing good to someone gets tired, takes rest. But one who is doing bad somehow is always filled with energy. They never take a break. If we look at it, where do they get that energy and inspiration? We have never found that, a bad man was resting. He's always alert, punctual. This time you have to, bomb this place. He's there 5 minutes before. And for satsang, so good things, somehow we don't have that quality which people who are doing bad. So Nitya Vairi means this desire is such that if it never takes a back seat, it never rests, it never gets tired, full of energy all the time. Any time it is ready to attack. And look at it, desire, how does it arise? Anything you see, desire can arise. Hear, desire can arise. Smell, desire can arise. Not, okay, all senses are closed. Still, think, desire can arise. Remember, desire can arise. It is just waiting. It can come through any. So it doesn't wait. So actually, we should also understand that like this Nitya Vairi, we should become Nitya Mitra. We should become a friend to the society, friend to ourselves. This Nitya Vairina Kama Rupena. And here Bhagavan is giving an example. Dushpurena Alalena cha. Another example. What is this Kamana compared to? Kamana is compared to a fire which is Dushpura. Dushpura means it can never be satiated. You put whatever you want to, it will keep on asking for more. Whatever we put, it is all consumed. So Dushpurena Analena cha. Such a fire like Kamana which is ready to destroy us. Any opportunity is good enough. In Mahabharata, there is a story, you must have heard of King Nala and his wife Damayanti. In that, there is one particular part of that story where this Nala, he is a very dharmic, very good person. And he has a cousin who is considering him as an enemy and he wants to destroy him. So he sees that Nala is very prosperous, very righteous, loved by everybody, accepted by everybody, and not committing any mistake. Now he teams up with Kali. Kali means the effect of the bad times. Sometimes that time is such that it can come and catch you. Kala. So he teams up, and then the story goes that he says that he tells Kali that as soon as he makes any mistake, you just go and catch him. And when you go and catch him, he will be destroyed. The effect of Kali Kala is such that he will lose all wisdom. Okay. It is said this Kali was sitting on the branch of a tree opposite his palace and waited for 27 years. And did not get any opportunity. Can we imagine? No opportunity. That is a goodness. And no such weakness of desire or anything. At one point after 27 years, it is said Nala came back. He had gone out somewhere, came back, and after coming back, we wash our hands, legs, face and all. Many years before COVID also we used to do that. Now only world has started doing, but we used to do. So Nala washed his feet, and it is said as he was washing his feet, a little portion of his feet remained unwashed. He did not wash properly, he did not pay full attention. Maybe something distracted. So little bit of his feet was unwashed. So that Kali went and caught him there. So the point is, even a little bit of opportunity is available. This desire is waiting only to come and catch hold of us. How much alertness is required for an enemy outside You can put soldiers and you can say that, okay, I am secure and I lock my door, this, that, all that is possible. But an enemy is sitting inside, what about him? Nitya Vairi. And he can never be satisfied. Whatever he consumes us only completely. So we say that, desire is the motivation. Desire ultimately destruction only. So he says that Kamarupena kaunteya dushpurena nalina cha, and okay, this Kamana is there. Okay, he is sitting inside means where? Where is he sitting? Like earlier also Bhagavan said, Raga Dvesha is there. And Raga Dvesha, they have a hideout. Indriyasya arthe Raga Dvesha vyavasthita. So we saw that this Raga Dvesha likes and dislikes are seated in the senses and their objects. Here he is talking about Kamana. Now Kamana is also not very far from Raga Dvesha. All our desires are based on what? Something I like, I want. Or I don't like, I don't want. So Kamana is very much related to Raga Dvesha. So where is this Kamana seated? Where does it sit? So he's saying, Indriyani mano buddhihi Asyadhishthanamuchyate Etair vimohayatyeshah Jnanamavritya dehinam. Jnanamavritya dehinam. Indriyani mano buddhihi asya kamasya adhishthanam uchyate. This kamana has its own place of hiding, of residing. Asya adhishthanam, locus. And what is this? Indriyani, all sense organs, manaha, mind, and buddhi. Indriyani mano buddhi asya kamasya adhishthanam uchyate. इसका ठिकाना कहाँ है? Adhishthanam means ठिकाना, अड्डा. Where does it stay? In the senses, in the mind, in the intellect. Sometimes it can appear as a great thought of knowledge also, but it will be desire. Bahurupya hai ye. It can take any form. Sometimes it can appear as a thought of vairagya also. I don't want anything. Just one cup of tea will do. What? Nothing I want. Oh, nothing. Nothing I want. Just one cup of tea. That's all. No more demand. We feel that, oh, mind is behaving well. Nothing behaving. The demand has come. And that tea, once it is made, then its whole family will be demanded. I want some more sugar. I want it more hot. I want along with that, I want some biscuit also. Then with that, I want some pakoda also. Then I want a nice place to sit also. I want a nice scenery also. Or I want a good TV program to watch also. It will come. But how did it start? I don't want anything. Only one cup of tea is enough. So, buddhi, mana, or any of the senses, it can come and attack in any form, wherever, from whichever way. And the best part or worst part for us is, it is attacking from inside, from within. So if, when we are playing cricket, so we have to protect the wickets, and the bowler comes and throws the ball at us, and we have to hit it, saving the wicket. Now this Kamana, this Kamana is the bowler, but standing like a wicket keeper. I am standing the other side, looking for the ball to come, and there from behind, over, clean bowled. Because Kamana is from inside, it is attacking. And I'm saying, I will be alert outside. Inside has come already. Yes, be alert. Very good. Get some cushion also behind and then be alert. And then make your seat very comfortable. Turn on the heater or AC or whatever you need. Be comfortable and be alert. Only then you can be alert. Otherwise, you can't be alert. Because if you are not comfortable, you will be paying attention to the body. Why should you unnecessarily pay attention to the body? Alert. Don't let the Kamana come in. Okay, come on. Padding, proper padding. I want nice seat. What am I doing? Meditation. Huh? All Kamana only happening. But constantly saying, Kamana will come. Be careful. Be careful. Be alert. Any desire will come. Don't let it come. Unnecessarily say the leg is paining, no, little bit. Stretch the leg, stretch the leg. No problem. No need to trouble it so much, and have some little bit coffee also and then sit. Otherwise it will be, you'll be sleepy. And then if you fall asleep, Kamana will come. So have coffee. Nice, good coffee, filter coffee it should be. So what is happening? Kamana is only talking all this. But we are feeling that I am very alert, I am Vairagi Baba, nothing. This is what Bhagavan is saying here, that etaihi vimohayati esha. This Kamana uses the senses, the mind, the intellect as an instrument to delude us. This Kamana. Jnanam avritya dehinam. This dehi, the one who is the embodied soul, the jiva, this jiva is completely deluded by the Kamana, seated in the indriya, manas, buddhi, from anywhere. Even independently, without any perception also, Kamana can come. Suddenly, out of the blue, suddenly you say, I feel like having South Indian food. What happened suddenly? Just suddenly I feel like having. And then what will happen? I will get ready, go out, looking. I'll do all the Kamana is making me do. And then अभी खाना खा ही लिया है तो चलो थोड़ा पान भी हो जाए, because dessert भी हो जाए. So one after the other it is coming, getting. Where did it come from? I did not see anything, I did not hear anything, but inside my mind suddenly this desire. But if we pay attention to such desires also, it is only for a few moments that desire will last. Those few moments, if we just hold on, then it will pass on. Then it can't stay on for a long time. It is just few moments. Whether it is to eat something or to go somewhere, to meet someone or do something, whatever it may be. If I feel that this is distracting me, this is not what I want to do, this is not the right thing, I get a little alert. Then don't worry of about avoiding it for a long time. Just a few moments. And that is why one of our habits which is there already with us can be useful here. And what is a habit? Of postponing things. We postpone. We are very good at it. Get up early in the morning and do sadhana. I want to do. I will start from 1st of March. But you said that 1st of January. Yeah, but January I was a little busy and it was too cold also. Then after that I heard you said that 1st of February you will do. Yeah, I said 1st of February also. But then 1st March I have decided. I am going to do. Postponing. And it never happens. Then I said, when did I say 2024? I said first. I didn't say 2024. 25 also is there. 26 also is there. So much counting we can go on and on. So I am not in a hurry. So it goes on and postpone. This postponing habit that we have, which is a weakness, when I do it with kamana, it becomes my strength, my power. So I want something. Okay, tomorrow morning I will go and get it. Next morning it will not be there. There may be something else, that's a different thing. But it will not be there. I feel I want to go to this particular stall and this particular brand of ice cream I want to eat. Sometimes that kind of desire also comes. Say, okay, tomorrow morning. Next morning there will be ice cream desire? No, it won't be there. It would have gone. Postpone it. So whenever I find any desire, that is, I recognize it as, so alertness is required. Because after all, Vairi, if an enemy is around, we have to be extremely alert. But that alertness, as soon as I recognize that it is not healthy, immediately I postpone it. I said, of course. If we say, no, I will not do it and fight against it, it is very strong. It knows how to convince us. Because it has worked so much and it knows all our weaknesses. But if we say, yes, of course, you want this? Yes, I will give. But tomorrow. Then when that tomorrow comes, it is gone already. Then something new comes also, we can say, okay, we will do this. But by evening, let us do. Some time we should take. Don't be in a hurry. By evening. So ऐसे postpone कर करके भी उसको टाल टाल के भी बच सकते हैं. So kamana, it's only a matter of moments, nothing else. So therefore, having said this, now Bhagavan, you have said what is the problem. You have said where is it staying. You have said how does it operate. You have said what happens to me when it is attacking me. Now you have to say that how I should deal with it. How I can escape from its effects, how to save myself from kamana. So here Bhagavan is saying, Tasmat tvamindriyanyado niyamya bharatarshabha papmanam prajahihyenam jnana vijnana nashanam. Tasmat, therefore, because there is this enemy all the time waiting to totally consume us, destroy us, defeat us, therefore be alert, and therefore tasmat tvam ado indriyani niyamya. First thing, what is to be done? That first thing is control senses. Indriyani niyamya. So alertness is required, but all the indriyas have to be under our control. Bhagavan has talked about this from the second chapter itself. In the second chapter, Bhagavan gave this example of a tortoise or a turtle. And he said, just as a tortoise, as soon as it senses any danger, instantly all its limbs and head, tuck, it will pull inside. So that should be the ability in our senses to pull back as soon as there is any danger sensed. So, indriyani adav niyamya. Bringing the indriyas, the sense organs, under control. Not only the indriya, when it is said, jnanendriya, karmendriya, both. Organs of perception, organs of action, both have to be under control. Under control does not mean not using it. Under control means I use it when I want to use it, and I don't use it when I don't want to use it. Now what is happening? Often I use it because I am forced to use it. Arjuna's question said that anichannapi, even if I don't want to do it, I am forced to do it. Balad iva niyojita, as though forcibly somebody is pushing me into it. So how can I have a vehicle which I am not able to control? That cannot be the case. Otherwise, it will lead to accident only, destruction only. Like we took the example of that horse. This man was going on a horse. The other man asked, "Where are you going?" He said, "Ask the horse." He goes, "I don't know. It is taking me somewhere." So like that, my mind, my senses, what are you seeing? I don't know. I am forced to see. I don't know. I am forced to hear. I don't know. I am forced to smell. I don't know. I am forced to touch and taste. All the time. So how can I should be able to decide when I want to use it and when I don't want to use it. When I want to open my eyes, when I want to close my eyes. It should be on me. Somebody very beautifully said that there are lots of services available these days which are free of cost. Mainly services means entertainment. Like on social media, etc. There is entertainment which is free of cost. You don't have to pay anything specially. Earlier, if it was a movie and all, then you have to go, cinema, ticket you take, and then you go in. Nowadays, it is available on the phone. And many things you don't have to pay at all. It is all freely available. You just watch. He said, when free entertainment or any service is available, we have to understand that the product is us. We are the product. It is not the service which they are selling. They are controlling us. And this is exactly what Bhagavad Gita says. That if we feel that we don't have to do anything, thoughts are happening, perceptions are happening, action is happening, then I am being driven. I am not the driver. So I have to take charge. I have to take control. That is why Bhagavan says, Tasmat Ado Indriyani Niyamya. First, take charge, take control of the organs of perception and action. Niyamya Bharatarshava. Papmanam prajahihyenam jnana vijnana nashanam. And this kamana, which is papma means which is pushing you into sin. Prajahi, you give up or get rid of, destroy it. Why? Because if you don't destroy, it will destroy you. Jnana vijnana nashanam. It will destroy your knowledge, it will destroy your wisdom, it will destroy all your abilities. So and this language Arjuna understands very easily. And we would also understand if we think a little. We say any enemy is there in front of us in a war situation. And if I miss my aim, it is not necessary that that person also will miss his aim. So if I don't shoot, I get shot. That is why he is saying, Jnana Vijnana Nashanam. This Kamana can destroy you completely. So, better you only destroy it first. Prajahi. And when we say destroy and all this, Yuddha language when we use, we have to understand it is not about fighting it head on. It is about being able to deal with it and win over it. Because if we apply too much of force and suppress, then it will explode one day. No, nothing, suppress. That also is going to explode. But if we understand and if we know that this is there, but my senses are under my control, then Kamana cannot do anything. I may have a thought, I may have a desire, I may have even a craving, I may have lust and passion, never mind. But if my senses are under my control, I am not giving in. My strength increases. Otherwise, when I surrender and give in, the the strength of the kamana, enemy, it increases. So here he is saying that papmanam prajahihyenam jnana vijnana nashanam. Now the question is, if I have to destroy the enemy, can I destroy the enemy sitting next to the enemy? If the enemy is sitting next to me, will I be able to destroy? Essay. Even if I have to slap somebody, that somebody has to be in front of me, cannot be on my side. Somebody is on my side. कुछ नहीं लगेगा उसको. And if I am on top of it, then I can totally finish it off. So Bhagavan is saying, if you are also sitting where that kamana is sitting, then you will not be able to do much. For example, when there is a traffic jam, and if I am sitting in one of the cars which is stuck in the traffic jam, I cannot do anything to help clear the traffic jam. But if I am out of the car and at a higher position, like the traffic police, then he can see all directions, he can see all the cars, he can see where the problem is, and he can clear it off. And when he is standing up there with a whistle and with a stick and he is telling in his uniform, then they better listen. Because they know if we listen to him, we will go home sooner. Otherwise, if I am sitting in the car only, in one of the cars, and saying I want to clear the traffic jam, nothing is going to happen. Because I don't even know what is happening. So Bhagavan is saying, sitting in the same place at the same level as the kamana, you cannot control it, you cannot destroy it, you cannot win over it. So what do you have to do? You have to step up. And that is what he is saying in the last two verses of this chapter. We shall read the verses first and understand. Indriyani paranyahuhu Indriyebhyah param manaha Manasastu para buddhihi Yo buddhev paratastu saha Yo buddhev paratastu saha Evam buddhev param buddhva Samstabhyatmanamatmana Jahi shatrum mahabaho Kamarupam durasadam. Bhagavan is saying, first understand that all these places where the kamana is sitting, where indriyani mano buddhihi asya adhishthanam uchyate. So what is the place where the kamana is sitting? Indriyas, mana and buddhi. Now if you are also sitting in the indriyas, manas, buddhi, then you can't do much, because he will be your neighbor. So you can't do much. So at the same level, destroying it will not be possible. So therefore, he says, first understand there is a gradation. What is a gradation? You want to go up. You want to rise above. To rise above, you should know what is the step by step rising above. So he's saying, first of all, let us understand. Indriyani parani ahuhu. It is said that these indriya senses are beyond. Beyond what? Beyond the objects that we are seeing. The experiences that we have. Beyond these experiences, indriyas. Beyond means what? It is closer to me and it is pervasive. So an object, for example, this book's pervasiveness is only this much. And I am reading whatever is here with these eyes. But pervasiveness of this object is only this much. But my eyes can go farther also and see things far away also, beyond this also. So the eyes as a sense organ is beyond the object. So if we understand, Indriyani Parani Ahuhu. So beyond means what? It is more pervasive, Vyapakta jada hai, and also it is Sukshma. It is more subtle. Subtler means it is more pervasive and it is also closer to me. Objects far away. Sense nearer than the object. So therefore it is Para. So this Para Shabda in Shastra is, the meaning is to be understood as that which is subtler, that which is pervasive, and that which is closer to me. So Indriyas are beyond these limited objects. But Indriyebhyah param manaha. But beyond these Indriyas is the mind. Why? Because what Indriyas can perceive and the range and scope of the Indriyas is limited. Like the eyes, they can only see color and form. They cannot go beyond that. But the mind can think about subtler feelings also. It can feel emotions also. Not only that, even one sense organ has only one object that it can perceive. Now if it is smell, the nose can only smell different types of fragrances or odors. But the mind can process all these things together. It is subtler. It is more pervasive. And mind is closer to me than the Indriya. So Indriya can know what is there about the object, but the condition of the Indriya is known by the mind. So therefore it is beyond. Para. Indriyebhyah param manaha. Okay. Now mind is there. Is there anything beyond the mind? Man se pare kya hai? Manasastu para buddhi. So beyond the mind is the intellect. Now mind has a lot of emotions, feelings, different types of thoughts, options, all these things mind can cook up. But to analyze all these thoughts, to understand, to have the whatever we have studied, all those, that wisdom, that understanding, that discrimination, that ability to analyze and come to a determined decision, all this thing is the capacity of the intellect, buddhi. Buddhi knows the condition of the mind. Buddhi knows the mind is disturbed now. Buddhi knows mind is peaceful now. So buddhi is para. Manasastu para buddhi. So this buddhi is subtler than the mind. Buddhi is more pervasive than the mind. Mind can think of so many different things, but buddhi is even more sukshma. It can even imagine things. It can create things. So manasastu para buddhi, even concepts. How are concepts understood? I say, I understand this concept. How? Buddhi. Buddhi is subtler. So manasastu para buddhi. And buddhi, if it is subtler, if it is beyond, means it is closer to me. So objects, indriyas, mind, intellect. It is coming closer and closer. And what is closer is more pervasive, more subtle. We have to understand. It is not becoming smaller, it is becoming bigger and bigger. So buddhi. Yo buddhehe paraha parataha tu saha. That which is beyond buddhi. So who knows the condition of the buddhi? The buddhi says, I am not able to understand this. What are you talking? Indriyas, mind and buddhi, one after the other. I am not able to understand. Who knows that buddhi is not able to understand? Who knows? Huh? There is someone who knows that buddhi is not able to understand. Now when we say I, that I also is a thought in the buddhi only. But who knows that I thought? Somebody who is illumining that thought also. Buddhehe parah. That which is beyond that buddhi also. One who is seeing the buddhi also. One who knows what the buddhi is doing. One who knows whether the buddhi is knowing or not knowing, understanding, not understanding, thinking, not thinking. The condition of the buddhi is also known to that illuminator, that consciousness, that Atman, which is beyond the buddhi also. Beyond means Sukshma, Vyapak, and closer. Now this is not closer, it is me. Yo buddhev paratah tu saha. It is me, myself, which is called as Atma. Atma Shabda, what is the meaning of Atma? I. I. It is because Atma Katha means my story. Atma Vishwas, self-confidence. So Atma means me, I. So it is coming closer, 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 and finally reaching me only. So yo buddhehe paratah tu saha, one who goes. So what is my journey? The journey is I cannot sit in the same place as this kamana, which is ready to destroy me, and I want to destroy it before it destroys me. But destroying it cannot be possible if I sit in the same place where it is. Therefore, I have to rise above. So in order to rise above, I should know what are the steps to rise above. So what are these steps? First, Indriyas. Indriyas, from Indriyas, Manas. From Manas, Buddhi. And beyond Buddhi is the Atman, the self. I know the rungs of the ladder. Now, how to raise above? I understand, okay, this is understood as a concept. But how to go up? So the point is that right now, what am I identified with? What I live my life as? Who am I? What is my introduction? What is my identity? I am identified with this body. So now what are the steps given? Indriyani parani ahuhu. So you leave this body identification and at least go to the next step of, okay, senses identification. I am not the body, I am the senses. Okay, that is one step more ahead. Because para means it is coming closer to me. So take one by one step closer to me, one by one step beyond. Okay, so Indriya. Then, and don't stop there. This Indriyas, I am identified with the Indriyas, then what will happen? Kamana is sitting there. Kamana will say, oh, you want to see? Come, let us see. You have come here to my house. Come, let us, I will show you around. I will, very nice music. Come, let us go and listen to that. Come, let us eat something very tasty. Don't stay there. Next step, where? Mind. So I identify, I leave the identification with the senses and I raise myself higher and become the mind. With the mind, staying in the mind, I can control the senses. But the mind is also another house of Kamana only. So the Kamana will sit in the mind and say, how nice it will be if we go out for a walk. Come on, let's go out for a walk. And then there is, nice shops are there. We'll go and buy something. Come on, let's go. Mind. So don't stay there also. Not for very long. We have to take one stop. Is there one by one only we can go. But there also Kamana is there. Be alert. And then leave that identification with the mind. I am the mind. Leave it there and go to Buddhi. Now Buddhi is what? Buddhi is all this Shastra Jnanam is there in the Buddhi. So sit there. Then we can control the senses as well as the mind from the Buddhi. It is higher. It is closer to me. But even in the Buddhi, this Kamana is there. That is why it is said, Kama Rupam Durasadam. Durasadam means very difficult to even recognize it. Very difficult to approach it. It will be sitting there as a friend. As a very noble thought. It will be sitting there silently. So don't stay there also for very long. So from the Buddhi. Now see, each step is very difficult. Because leaving the identification of the previous and getting identified with the higher is not very easy. But here, this is the only way that Bhagavan is telling us, that this is the only way, one by one, take a step within, take this inward journey. And don't stop at the intellect also. Buddhehe param. Go beyond this intellect also. And all this is not to be done physically. If it was physical, it was so easy. I check out from the body, check in into the senses. I check out from the senses, check into the mind. Check out from the mind, check into intellect. Check out from intellect, check in Atma. Done. So easy. But here, this is the inward journey that has to happen through Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam. We have to listen, we have to reflect and contemplate. In this journey of contemplation only, one step, I have to keep on moving above and go beyond the buddhi. Evam buddhehe param buddhva samstabhyatmanam atmana. Having launched yourself beyond the buddhi, stay, get established and live in the self as the self. Atmanam, Atman, samstabhya. Having reached this, so what is my true identity? Not the senses, not the mind, not the buddhi, but that pure self. Having risen above in this manner, step by step, samstabhyatmanam atmana, established in the self. From there, then what happens? From there, Jahi Shatrum Mahabaho. Hey Mahabaho, a mighty armed Arjuna, this enemy, Kamana, now you can destroy that enemy. Jahi. Kill it. Why? Because now you are not sitting in its home. You have risen above. Now you can easily destroy it. Jahi Shatrum. Hey Mahabaho. And what is that? Who is that Shatru? Kamarupam Durasadam. Cannot be recognized when you are sitting there. But when you rise above, you can recognize it. Because when it is my desire, then I already feel partial towards it. Then I cannot recognize it as an enemy. But when we rise above, then I become objective towards it. And when objectivity comes, I can destroy it. Further also, Bhagavan has said so many places that asanga shastrena dridhena chitva. That this real detachment will come when I rise above. Otherwise, I am still in that same place. Then it is my friend only, as though it is my friend. But it is destroying me. But I don't know. Even this is nothing different from what we do in our day-to-day life also. When we go to a doctor and we understand doctor diagnoses that you are allergic to something. Now, as soon as the doctor says you are allergic to this, the first thing that is said is stop exposing yourself to this allergen. That's the first thing. Stop. Means don't go in that place where this allergen is there. If it is an eatable thing, don't eat it. If it is a place which is giving something, don't go to that place. Avoid. So first, cut off your exposure. Stay away. Only then it can be. Any medicine also will have effect. Otherwise, you take medicine and do the same thing. Doctor, smoking is, completely destroying my lungs. So what do I do? Okay, this is the medicine you take. Okay, after 1 month of medicine, I am going back to the doctor. Nothing has happened, doctor. It has worsened. Did you stop smoking? You never told me. You just said take medicine. So I am taking medicine. And then I am smoking also. That will not work. I have to stay away. That is what Bhagavan is saying. Stay out of this places where Kamana is sitting. And then you look at it and eliminate it. It is possible to eliminate it from there. That is why in the second chapter, Bhagavan had said that if you just stop consuming things, it seems as though the objects are going away from you. Vishayaha vinivartante niraharasya dehinaha. But rasavarjam, there is still that taste, that craving is still there in the mind. Kamana. But rasopyasya, but this rasa, when will it go? This kamana, when will it go? The objects will go away when I stop consuming. Okay, the objects have gone away. But the rasa which is there, it will go only when param drishtva nivartate. Param. What is as param? Bhagavan has elaborated. Indriya, manas, buddhi and beyond buddhi as the self when I am established. From there, jahi shatrum mahabaho kamarupam durasadam. This very difficult to recognize this desire, but you can eliminate it when you stay above it. That is your strength. So Bhagavan has not only pointed out what the problem is, he has also told us where all it stays, how it works, what it can do to us, and how we can stay out of it or save ourselves from it, how we can eliminate that enemy. So this whole complete, Arjun just asked one question, what is it that is prompting me into things that I myself don't desire, sinful activity? But here Bhagavan gave the entire journey, everything that is required for us to deal with that enemy also which is troubling us. So with this, now the third chapter comes to an end. So there is a Sankalpa Vakya at the end of the third chapter. Om Tat Sat Iti Srimad Bhagavad Gita Su Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Karma Yogo Nama Tritiyodhyayaha. Om Tat Sat. These three words indicate the Supreme Lord. And about these three words, 17th chapter, Bhagavan himself will tell us. So Om Tat Sat. So remembering the Lord with his grace, it means Iti, thus ends, thus comes to an end. Tritiyodhyayaha, the third chapter. Third chapter of what? Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, which is nothing but the essence of Upanishads. So, and what is the subject matter of Upanishad? Brahma Vidya, the knowledge of the supreme reality, Brahman or Atman. So Brahma Vidyayam, and also guiding us on how to implement things, how to improve our life, how to get transformed and transcend all this. So Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade. And how is this knowledge presented? Presented as a dialogue between Guru Shri Krishna and Shishya Arjuna. A samvad, a beautiful dialogue where knowledge is imparted. And what is the name of this chapter? Karma Yogo Nama. Karma Yoga. So each chapter of the Gita is given a name as a yoga. So this is Karma Yoga. Why Karma Yoga? If we ask after listening to the whole chapter, why this chapter is called Karma Yoga? We didn't understand. Then we have to say that again, start reading from the beginning. Because here Bhagavan has given us the secret of action which will liberate us from all action, and everything that is needed for us to understand about the mechanism of action and how to be free of all action. So he has given us a complete science. And to revise, actually what is the equation of karma yoga? Kartavya karma performed with Ishwararpana buddhi and results received as prasada buddhi, that is called karma yoga. So this chapter comes to an end with Bhagavan's grace and Puja Gurudev's blessings. We have been able to do some reflection on this once. But now we have to keep on studying and reflecting upon it so that this actually becomes a part of our life. Because that is the main purpose of Gita, that we should change. Not just we should know, we should change also. So for that, we pray to Bhagavan, we pray to Gurudev that we are able to bring about that transformation with the help of this knowledge. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.